Are we seeing the beginning of the death of Tesla? Is this how Tesla will die? Will Lockett think so? He's a climate and politics journalist who has a very good Substack about corruption and other topics. And he wrote the piece, "This is how Tesla will die." And I want to talk about it. Tesla was once really the golden child of the free market, a company that, according to its most devout fans, didn't just sell cars, but sold the future. It was an innovation juggernaut. It would disrupt the stale auto industry with cutting edge electric vehicle and battery technology. It was promising full self driving. I participated in it way back when I said this is the company moving forward EV technology the fastest. And in fact, they did. And it pushed other vehicle manufacturers to say, we've got to do something. We don't really need to worry if there's an EV out there that can go 35 miles on a full charge. But now that they can go 200, 300, 400 miles on a full charge, we need to innovate as well. And it pushed other manufacturers to do that. We are now in 2025. And in 2025, Tesla's future looks a lot less shiny. And if you listen to some analysts, it may not have a future. Now, Will Lockett writes in his piece, quote, "Thanks to an aging lineup and a ketamine-fueled, government-destroying, Nazi-saluting CEO, Tesla sales are plummeting across the globe. From a stock perspective, Tesla's PE ratio, price to earnings, in other words, what is a share of the stock cost relative to what the earnings of the company are, it's astronomically out of sync with reality. You look at Toyota, a company that makes more cars, arguably has better electric vehicle technology in development, and has raked in more than double Tesla's 2024 net income. Its PE ratio is roughly 15% that of Tesla's, which suggests that Tesla's valuation is just out of whack. Now, it's important to understand that as a technology company, in addition to being a car company, Tesla's valuation never was really based on what it produced. It was based on speculation. It was based on the technology that it's developing and how that technology may become ubiquitous or sort of a standard. But right now, speculation is crashing into reality because Tesla sales are cratering. They're down in the European Union. They're down in China. They're down in the US. They're set to drop further. The Cybertruck is a flop. They've already started to scale back production. There's a massive recall, which we will talk about tomorrow, because the Cybertrucks are just falling apart on the highway. The 4680 battery, which was supposed to be the big innovation, is essentially obsolete. It was revolutionary, supposedly, at one point. It's failed to materialize in any real way. And the full self-driving, which Elon Musk for 10 years has told us it's a month away from being completely ready for prime time, it's falling further and further behind other companies when it comes to the autonomous driving. And so what we are seeing, and I haven't even gotten to Musk and politics yet, when a stock is propped up by hype instead of fundamentals, it can work for a while, but the cracks will start to collapse the structure. And that house of cards is now collapsing because Elon Musk has become a central player in the Trump administration. You look at the finances of Tesla, huge liabilities. Elon has collateralized his Tesla stock for personal loans linked to SpaceX, Twitter, etc. If Tesla's stock falls too far, lenders can issue a margin call. This would be completely unsustainable for the company. And the death spiral would look something like this, according to Will Lockett. The stock keeps going down because sales decline. Investors realize there isn't unlimited growth here. The speculative bubble bursts. It wipes out the hype that has sustained the valuation of Tesla stock so far. Tesla's stock price falls below the threshold at which Musk's collateralized loans can remain out there. And he's told, you got to pay these loans. Banks will issue margin calls. And it means Elon has to come up with billions in cash, money he may not have. Then you need a private investor to step in, which may not happen because Elon has alienated anybody with the means to help through his political insanity. And lenders will then come in and liquidate the assets, including Tesla. Now, it's important to mention, none of that means Tesla disappears. There are many ways companies of this size can kind of limp along, even if they're value creators. But Tesla, as we know it, the speculative, overhyped machine propped up by Elon's cult of personality, that would be dead. And I say this as one of the biggest supporters of electric vehicles. I've driven one now since 2018, nearly middle of 2018, nearly 7 years. The key thing here, which I haven't mentioned yet, but now needs to be mentioned, a lot of people don't want to buy a Tesla because they don't want to support a CEO who's palling around with white nationalists, tanking companies with erratic decisions, amplifying far-right conspiracy theories, and participating in a destructive debasement of the federal government with mass layoffs causing insane amounts of pain. So if this is how Tesla dies, it won't be a grand conspiracy. It won't be because the media was mean. It won't be because of government interference. It will be because Tesla was always a little more of an illusion technologically than a car company. Sooner or later, reality catches up to illusions. And right now, the completely absurd political machinations of Elon Musk may be accelerating that. What do you think will happen to Tesla sales and Tesla cars? Let me know. I have a book coming out. I've spent a long time working on this. I couldn't be more excited to share it with you. It is called The Echo Machine, and it answers a crucial question. How did American politics get so broken? And just as importantly, how do we fight back effectively before it's too late? Trump back in the White House, damage piling up, an administration filled with extremists and loyalists, attacks on democratic institutions, policies hurting working people. If you've felt like you're screaming into the void and watching democracy slip away, my book, The Echo Machine, will help you make sense of what's happening and also give you an idea of what we can do about it. Go to davidpakman.com/echo or find it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Audible, Kindle, anywhere books, ebooks, and audiobooks are sold. You can also call any local bookstore and say, I'd like David Pakman's The Echo Machine from Beacon Press. Pre-orders make a huge difference. Please support the book at davidpakman.com/echo.